all start? How did chess happen? I was 6 when I started playing chess, and I remember my dad was trying to teach my brother and my sister who are older to me how the pieces move. And I was watching them, and I just got really intrigued by all of it. 2 or 3 days into learning how the pieces move, I managed to beat my dad. I mean, that said, he was not such a great player himself. He barely played any chess, but that felt quite good, and I think they kind of figured that there's something interesting happening here. So when you were growing up, how important was family support? And growing up in India, did you face any challenges? I was really fortunate to have extremely supportive parents, and I grew up in an environment where there was no difference in the way my brother was brought up and the way I was brought up. Them always pushing us to kind of find what interested us or what we were passionate about and sort of giving that our best. That's the fortunate part. But unfortunately, yes, in India, I feel like parents often give preference to maybe the boy, and it does exist. I think these things are slowly changing with education, awareness, as women are achieving so much in the world. So you'd say that at that young age, family support is absolutely key. Parents have so many dreams and expectations out of their child, but I think if you want them to excel in any field, firstly, it's really, really important to start young. I mean, at that age, the pressure is more on the parents to give direction, because a kid between 5 to 10 years does not understand how to devote time to practice or training or to find the right trainer. So you started really young and had a dream and an ambition to become a woman grandmaster at that age. What does it feel like to have an aim so young and then to achieve it? To be honest, I think when I started playing, I just really enjoyed chess. The whole concept of trying to outsmart another person. The aim was always to become one of the best players in the world. The more you win, the more you want to win. There's nothing like satisfaction or just being content after achieving something. In fact, it motivates you and inspires you to achieve more. And how do you train? I mean, you constantly want to improve and achieve more, but how do you train for it? You have to devote a lot of hours every day of your life to the game to get to a level where it's your profession and where you're right at the top. You know, you're improving your calculation ability, your understanding of positions, the way you plan in positions, pattern recognition, your memory. You're constantly working on these things, and it takes a long hours of practice to be able to do that. What do you think? Do you have to be smart to play chess, or does chess make you smart? I don't think IQ has anything to do with how great a chess player you become, but I do think the more you train at the sport, maybe your general intelligence itself will improve, because you're constantly working on your brain. I think as people in general sort of often underestimate themselves, they also underestimate the power of their brain. It's very interesting how this sport is such a great tool to kind of, whether it's your decision making, your ability to take responsibility for those decisions, your ability to sort of understand, plan, deduce things and come to a conclusion and execute it. All these things are improving. These are things that you would use normally in everyday life as well, whether you become a professional chess player or not. So what message do you want to send out to people out there? I think if they've at any point of time enjoyed playing the game, no matter how old you are, what is your profession, just do it. It's something that's going to help you. You're not only going to enjoy it as an activity, but it's actually an exercise for the mind. Give a little bit of your time to that game, because it's going to help you do better in whatever you do decide to do for a living.